what I'd like to talk about today for a few minutes is just a strange type of collectible. Years ago, we were in Hawaii for a while, and I actually got to meet and talk to for quite a while the author of the books about the shirts in the background and on me. And, you know, we always say there's a book published about everything. If you collect barbed wire, there are books about barbed wire. But if you collect the Hawaiian shirt, or if by chance you might have a couple of old Hawaiian shirts hanging in
Nice.
closet somewhere, men's or women's, some of them are very, very, very collectible. And David Bailey was the person that taught me what I know about Hawaiian shirts, and more so, he's the guy that sold them to all the famous Hawaiian people like Don Ho and Ponzi Ponce, the cab driver from those old television shows and acts and things throughout history, to sign and inscribe them for us. One of the things that I did was I kind of looked these up. We've had these for quite a few years. I looked these up on AdWall. If by chance you are interested or you have Hawaiian shirts, they are available, different price ranges. I was very surprised at some of the high end, but these are some of the titles that you would look for. And this one, as we said, David, what I did was I helped him organize his book section, and he took me on a tour of the shirts and the things in his shop that made them collectible. So there is reference material out there if you're interested. And some of the things you might want to know about a Hawaiian shirt. Whoops. And what makes, at least it's not a book, it wouldn't have broken the spine. What makes it collectible? Well, in the books that we were just showing you, there are sections on the label makers. So like the press in a book or the maker of a shirt, who made the shirt, that label, it's got to be there, whoever's label it is, and there are many of them. Most of these shirts like these are from the 60s, mid 60s and back. We're not talking about anything that was mass produced in Japan and shipped over. These were all made in Hawaii. On top of that, what you're looking for is the type of material of the buttons. The ideal button material on these are coconut buttons, and the way they're threaded also indicates in terms of date and value. I'll tell you, some of the patterns, I have more of these inside, but the labels you know, they're just gorgeous works of art in themselves. Um, the top of the line Hawaiian shirt can set you back somewhere in the neighborhood of $15,000, $20,000 or more. Um, the average ones are nowhere near that, but the things that I have just shown you and I'm wearing now would probably run a few $100s each, if you could find the pattern. But remember, if you have these, what you want to look for, and condition is everything, you want to make sure the labels are there. You want to make sure the buttons are the original buttons and that the buttons are intact. And to give you the titles one more time and to show you the books, the Aloha shirt, and it is by Brown and Arthur. Now, one of the things I want to tell you about these is these are not price guides. You've got to go to other places to get the price, but the history of the Hawaiian shirt is a very interesting history. This one is a Schiffer publication, and it's Nancy Schiffer is the author. David Bailey also contributed with some of these and wrote some of them. The Hawaiian shirt, I do believe, the Hawaiian shirt, its art and history, is by Thomas Steele. And as I said, if you're interested, these books are available on AdAll or other places. And this is the Aloha shirt by Dale Hope. So if you have them hanging in your closets, they are very, very collectible. Check out the labels, check out the button style. You want them to be preferably coconut buttons, vintage labels made in Hawaii. You don't want to see any barcodes or markings on them. And it's one of the things that's the beauty of the book field. You just never know what you're going to come across, what you're going to find. And the hobbies and other things that you as a book dealer can pick up because you get exposed to these things more so than other people would.
Florida.
Antiquarian.
Book fair.
Florida. Antiquarian.
Book fair. Book fair.
Book fair. Book fair.
Book fair.
Books.
Maps.
Friends.
Ephemera. Autographs.
And more.
And more.
And more. Bookstores.
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 Paradise.